In open play, Barcelona were building the game in back two, and both the fullbacks of Barca were providing width by staying high and wide. In open play, Barca were using double pivots. Bayern were defending in 4-2-3-1 formation in the open play. Bayern's second line was of three players, so Barca's pivot were 3 versus 2 down in front of Bayern's second line. Barcelona's pivot were always under pressure from Bayern's midfielder as Bayern's second line was central and narrow. On the other hand, Bayern's central and wide midfielder were covered studying Barca's pivot, so the passing lane of Barcelona's pivot were getting blocked, and Barca's pivot were unable to receive the ball behind Bayern's second line. Barcelona's striker and attacking midfielder were playing between the line, but due to the Bayern's second line being central and compact, Bayern's wide midfielder were covered studying the Barcelona striker and attacking midfielder. Because Bayern's second line was compact and narrow, Barcelona's centre-backs were unable to penetrate Bayern's second line, and Barca's striker and attacking midfielder were unable to receive the ball between the line. So Barcelona's centre-backs were forced to build the game from wide due to the lack of passing option. When Barcelona's fullbacks had the ball, Bayern's wide midfielder was ready to close down the Barcelona's fullbacks. When Bayern's wide midfielder was committed on Barca's fullback, Barca's second pivot was free in the half-space zone. But when Bayern's wide midfielder was committing on Barca's fullback, Bayern's defensive midfielder was pushing high from deep midfield to cover Barca's pivot. And Barca's second pivot was still under pressure from Bayern's center midfielder. Now in the wide zone, there was a 2 vs 2 situation in front of Barca's fullback and midfielder in the wide zone. Bayern's wide midfielder and defensive midfielder were pressing high man-to-man, and in the wide zone, the wide players of Barca did not have the route to pass the forwards of Barca, so Barca's wide players were being forced to back pass due to Bayern's man-to-man high press in the wide zone. And when the back passes were being played, Barca's centre-backs were 2v2 against Bayern's forward. While the back passes were being played, Moting and Mane were ready to high-press centre-backs man-to-man. Bayern's midfielder were pressing man-to-man Barca's wide players, and Bayern's striker was cover-shadowing Barca's midfield. Now there was a 1v1 situation in front of Barcelona's centre-backs, and Barca's midfield was cover-shadow. So Barcelona's centre-backs were losing ball position in the defensive third due to the lack of passing option with Barca's centre-backs and Bayern's high pressing. Barca were starting with a short pass from the goal kick. In the first phase, Barca were building the game in traditionally back four. Bayern were pressing with front two in the first phase. Bayern striker and wide midfielder were ready to press the centre-backs of Barca. In the first phase, Barca were using double pivots. Bayern's central midfielder was covering Barca's main pivot, and Bayern's defensive midfielder was stepping up to mark Barca's second pivot, and Mane was the spare midfielder to press the fullback of Barca. 2v2 situation in front of Barca's centre-backs and 2v2 high press in front of Barca's pivot, so Barca's goalkeeper was being forced to play riskier ball in midfield. In the first phase, Barca were using double pivots. When Barca's attacking midfielder was stopping in and becoming second pivot, Bayern's defensive midfielder was always ready to cover Barca's second pivot, and Bayern's wide midfielder was making a 1v1 situation in front of Barca's fullback by staying in the wide zone. Barcelona's central midfielder was trying to drop in and create a 2 vs 1 situation in front of Bayern's central midfielder, but Bayern's defensive midfielder stepped up to create a 2v2 situation in front of Barca's pivot, and Bayern's defensive midfielder was covering Barca's second attacking midfielder. 3v3 situation in midfield, and in the wide zone, Barcelona's fullback were 1v1 isolated in front of Bayern's wide midfielders.